Hey guys, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movies. We just saw 50 Shades Freed, and it was so good.
Yeah, we loved it so much.
We love these movies so much. They're so much fun to go see, and I just, oh my god.
And they're really hot.
They're really hot.
If you haven't seen the 50 Shades of Grey movies, any of them, we highly recommend them.
I'm sure you've heard a lot of hype about them.
I'm sure you heard about them. And you know what? Just go watch them for yourself. Don't listen, because I know a lot of people kind of like shun these movies.
No, they're good.
And they're like, oh, it's just all about sex. But no, really, there's a storyline, there's characters, there's development, there's growth. Just go see it for yourself. And yeah, watch the other movies if you haven't before. This one was really, really good. I don't know if it's my favorite or if the second one's my favorite. They're kind of like the same
I know. I think the first one was good, but I think the second one and the third one have just been, we just love them both.
I think I like the second one a little bit more. I don't know. There's like different things that I like about both of them.
Like I feel like I loved each one for different reasons.
Exactly. It was kind of like a thriller type vibe to it, which I really liked. I didn't think that it was going to be that at all. So it was like, I was happily surprised with that.
It was really intense.
The storyline was really, really great. I thought it was really fast paced and it was suspenseful.
We love action. The soundtrack's incredible. We love all the soundtracks, but this one I really enjoyed.
There's some really good steamy scenes, of course.
There's some great scenes like that, and there's a lot of gorgeous sets too, because now that they're married, we got to see them travel a little bit.
Yes. And
the locations that they filmed at were beautiful, and the story was great, and you guys will be really happy. Go see it. Yeah, it's so much fun.
Rating wise, I honestly couldn't think of real like big things that I had. Like
I give it an A.
Right? Like,
I give it an A. I loved it.
I couldn't think of any really major issues.
No.
So I give it an A.
I give it an A. I loved it. And rating wise, from 1 to 10, I give it like a 9.5. Like a 9.
Yeah.
I had so much fun seeing this. I really did. And I just think it was so... I'm gonna miss the 50 Shades
I know,
series.
we've been going and see it for the past couple years.
This has been like our thing in February. We all go see 50 Shades, and now it's done. I'm gonna miss Christian. So now we're gonna talk into spoilery thoughts about the actual movie. Right in the beginning of the movie, the way that it was advertised is we were expecting to be building up towards the wedding. This movie, time goes, like we're at the wedding as soon as you sit in the theater and it starts, we're in their wedding. And
I was surprised about that at first. It kind of annoyed me. I was like, oh, come on, like I want to see more of the wedding.
Them planning.
Because I feel like exactly what you said. I was kind of expecting the wedding to be a really big part of the movie, and it wasn't. But it wasn't a problem overall.
No, because there were bigger things that wasn't the plot. And I feel like it was advertised to be the plot for some reason.
It wasn't necessary to drag out the wedding.
It wasn't.
It was fine.
I mean, it was really cute. You got to see them say their vows, and that was really sweet. And we actually said in the car, I'm surprised that they did try and take advantage of a wedding and do like a wedding night sex scene. I was surprised about that, because I think I was expecting that. But no, they go right to their honeymoon. And I love the little montage that we get of their honeymoon.
They're like riding bikes. They're doing like all like the cute honeymoon things, and I love that.
I love it so much. They're like kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower, and I just want a Christian Grey. Like he goes and he's like, this is our jet. Like this is our jet now, and it's just like it flies you anywhere.
Oh my god, I know the jet.
The jet.
even in their house, the view is so gorgeous.
Everything.
Like that one scene when they're in the bathtub, and it's like you see the mountains in the background. I'm like looking. I'm like, oh my god. Like please, can I have that view?
It's so beautiful. I love the location that they filmed at in this one, and I like Christian Grey is just really hot, and
Sawyer,
the security guard.
Oh my gosh, God bless Sawyer in this movie. All
right,
Sawyer,
can we get 50 Shades of Sawyer, please? I want a movie about Sawyer now.
Sawyer.
Beautiful security guard.
Yes.
Beautiful security guard.
I felt bad for him in the movie because he was, he kept trying to do his job and animate that really hard, but...
He deserved more screen time.
He did, right?
I wanted more Sawyer screen time.
We also love the little cameo with Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah, Tyler Hoechlin's cameo as the author.
Really excited.
They were like, oh my god, Tyler Hoechlin!
It was really short, but it was really good. Because when we had met him like a year and a half ago, I think we met him like like maybe it wasn't last May, it was the May before.
Yeah, like,
and we had like he'd like mentioned to us that he was gonna be in it, so yeah, that was really cool seeing him in it.
Then going from that scene, there was a lot of like identity issues were going on with Anastasia. Like she was sitting down and she's wondering who she is. Now her last name is now she's Mrs. Gray and she's not Mrs. Steele anymore. Like there was that change of her having to be addressed as Mrs. Gray in her office, and I think that was like a big identity crisis for her in the beginning. And then I loved how as the movie progressed she embraced it, and she found that balance of being herself, like her past self, like keeping her job and everything, but then also being the wife of like a billionaire.
I know. Kind of like learned that like that was her house. She had that scene with the cook and she was kind of like, I want to make dinner, and she was like, you don't have, this is your kitchen, you don't need to like ask permission. And she kind of like learned that. And I also like when she stood up for herself with the realtor who was flirting with him.
I love that scene.
She like told her off and was like, you can address me as Mrs. Gray, and she kind of like owned up to that. And I really love that scene.
Yeah, that whole time like I was like, this bitch, like, oh my god,
I know.
stop.
I love when she put her in her place.
So it was just like, yes, at the movie, it was just like,
that was wonderful.
It was a great scene. And then I love how he said, he was like, you're scary.
And then it lets her drive the car. He's like, you can handle this.
The scene when she was driving his car.
Oh my gosh, the car chase, and they're being followed.
Yeah,
he's really good.
He's like, just lose them. We're being followed. Just lose them. Like, so calmly. And she's just like, what? And he's like, she's like weaving in through traffic.
And then at the end of that, she like jumped out of the parking lot. She was like, I don't even know, like, that was so like out of nowhere. Like, it was just like, oh, that was really intense.
That was really
intense. It was like,
that was hot.
Car sex.
It was like classic 50 Shades right there. I love the scene when he takes her and all of her friends in the jet, because he's like, you wanted to see your friends.
And yes, I love
so they surprised her on the jet, and they're when they're there, the place, he's on the piano singing.
Literally, we look at each other, we're like, he's playing the piano, we're like, Edward
Cullen right there. Yes, there's the Twilight. You guys didn't know, we're very big Twilight fans. Like we love that franchise. So it was always funny to catch the references.
I mean, the references got, you know,
they got more subtle,
and there wasn't really many at all in this movie.
I didn't catch many, except maybe like 2.
Yeah. Well, because in the first one, it's like
whoa,
one thing Twilight like redone.
Yeah.
Because it was Twilight fanfiction.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I love
the piano.
The movies though, as they progressed, I think they individualized and they became
it became its own movie. Yeah, exactly.
So, but I love the piano and I loved hearing him sing.
Yes,
it's great.
One of my favorite parts in this movie was the ice cream part.
Sex scene.
Ice cream.
That was really hot. Like,
that was really hot, yeah.
That was a really great scene. Yeah. I just like,
thank you for putting that in there.
Thanks for that. Like, thank you for those like zoomed in shots of his abs.
Yeah.
Like, and like his trim.
And like literally, and like the ice cream was like dripping down, and it was just like.
Yes, that was a great scene. Yeah.
I love the scene when Jack initially breaks in and, you know, tries to kidnap Anna.
Yeah.
And I love how the cops are all like, we have nothing to detain him, like panicking. And Anna's just kind of like, I do. And it's like, oh, like she has the handcuffs. That was really funny.
The handcuffs were, I think, a nod to the covers, the book covers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
So
that scene was very brief.
It was.
I was surprised. The sex scenes weren't as intense, and I feel like there wasn't as many of them, which was fine because it focused more on
the emotional part of it. Yeah,
like
and I think exactly it focused more on the plot, and I think that's the progression really of these movies. Like the first one is
the trilogy as a whole.
Yeah, the first one's very sex heavy, and then the second one is, but it's not that bad. It's more about their emotional side of it and them progressing through that and Christian's development. And then this one, we got to see them be married, and it's like really cute, and I really love to see them be a married couple, and I loved it so much getting to see them actually
work through those problems,
especially the come with being married.
Especially the issues, which was a big part of this movie, was the whole pregnancy thing. Yeah, and it gets brought up, and she's kind of like he doesn't want, he wants kids, but not right then. Yeah. And it's kind of like, oh no. And then she gets pregnant, and I really like that progression and how he eventually kind of he embraced it.
Yeah, walls started to come down and the defense mechanism. But I thought that scene was very intense though, when he like yelled at her and freaked out, and then she tries to like join him in the shower, and she tries to like fix it and talk to him and stuff, and then he just doesn't want to hear it.
He gets drunk.
And he gets drunk, and then I love that fight scene with them, though. I thought that scene was so raw. The next morning when she confronts him about what he did and how he got drunk and how he approached the subject of her being pregnant. I love that fight scene because I felt like it was very raw, and you got to see a lot of their emotions in that scene.
Yeah, and she was yelling at him. She was telling him to grow up. You're not a little boy anymore.
Yeah, and that's what he needed to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really...
it was real in that way. It was real issues, them working through real problems in their marriage. Yeah, that was really well done.
Exactly. At that time, it was like, why, Christian? Like, please, like, stop. Like, don't be so mean. You know, she's pregnant. This is exciting. And so it was hard to watch him be so aggressive towards the idea of her being pregnant.
And being so negative. He was
so mean.
Well, he had this mindset of, like, you know, once that happens, it's over. Like, you know, our marriage is gonna just fall apart, and he has to share her with somebody else. And
he's like, you're gonna choose the baby over me. And she kind of has to explain to him, you know, it's not about that. That's what parents do.
And, you know, your mom didn't do that for you, and I'm sorry about that. And, yeah, that whole scene was really wonderful in that way. I like how it tied in with his past.
Yeah, exactly. Then we get to the insane end scene of this movie. Oh my god.
Oh, it was really, especially when he calls her on the phone. And you know right away she's not going to tell Christian. And when she goes to get the money, and then she's on the run, and Sawyer's trying to get after her. And it's like, poor Sawyer, he needs a raise. Look at what she's putting this poor guy through.
He's worried he's gonna lose his job. He lost her. He had one job.
Oh my gosh, Sawyer. It was really intense when she's trying to get, you know, it was really smart how she took the banker's phone, and then she still had her phone, and they were tracking her.
Yeah, because while that was going on, it's like, just tell Christian what's happening.
Oh, it was so annoying.
Then, so it was smart. She redeemed herself, intelligence-wise, when she grabbed the banker's phone and then used that. And then Christian was like, no, she didn't. That's not her phone. I'm tracking her phone right now.
She knew what she was doing. And, you know, she was smart in that way, because if she had told him, she would have gotten Mia killed. And so she did it. She did it in the right way, where she knew that he would find her.
Exactly.
And so it was good in that way.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really brutal when Jack was like slapping her and kicking her.
I thought she was gonna lose the baby.
Oh my god,
I was
really
so
bad.
scared. I'm like, oh my god, no, she's gonna lose the baby. She's pregnant. Like,
he was crazy. I thought he was a really good villain, though, because you know, that kind of brings full circle, because he wanted the life that Christian had.
Yes. And the whole sexual assault thing, I was accusing her for that.
And he was doing that with other women, because he was blackmailing the other girl that was helping him, because he was filming these women.
That brings in a big issue that I think was talked about throughout the series, really.
Exactly.
Like sexual assault and stuff. So I really love that they brought a character, like a villainous character in there that kind of mirrored him. And then you see Christian say at the end, he's like, I could have been that. You know, and I did love how that came full circle, that whole issue. But I thought when she shot him, oh my god, that was like, oh shit, we were freaking out in the theater when she shot him.
That was a great scene.
I loved when
the whole ending was really well done.
It
so
really
suspenseful, really intense.
I love how Christian knew what was going on when she was on the phone with him, and he's like, are you leaving me?
He knew that something was going on.
He knew that something was going on, because she wouldn't really say yes. She was just crying, and then that's when he's on the phone. He's like, no, my wife just took out the money. Like,
and then as soon as he realized Mia
broke out.
Yeah, as soon as he found out that he was broke out and Mia was missing, it was like, all right, you gotta go get her right now.
Fix this. Yeah. I love that whole hospital scene when he cried.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I love that. That was really touching, because it brought out that sensitive side to him that we didn't really get to see within the movies. It was a different side that she was seeing of him, and I thought that was really great, because that was the moment that he also told her that he wants to do this with her. He wants to have this baby, and I thought that was really sweet.
And he's like, you know, I wanted to be your world from start to finish, and she's like, you're my life, like you are. I just thought,
I love it. That was great.
So many emotions with that scene. And then one of my favorite parts of this movie was the montage that we got with Love Me Like You Do playing in the background, and it had like all the scenes, like she's just watching him at the piano, and it had all these scenes of like when they first met, like from the other movies.
That was just to make us all really emotional.
I was like so
and it worked.
It worked. And the music playing in the background. I love the music all throughout the movie. I always love the 50 Shades of Grey soundtracks, but this one I really enjoyed. It ends in the Red Room,
which we were about to get really mad. We were like, no way.
No way.
We must see their life, like something epilogue.
I need to see the baby.
And thank God we got the epilogue, and it was in like a meadow, which Twilight reminded me of like Edward and Bella. But
yeah, that was very Twilight.
I love how they showed her with their son, and she was pregnant again.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute, and it was just a great way to end the movie. It really was. I thought that, we actually were saying in the car, I thought that they were gonna end with another big like sex scene in the Red Room. I thought that's what they were leading up to.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, it's the grand finale.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because we actually only got like one sex scene in there, I think. One or two, maybe?
A couple, but they were very
not
quick.
like, yeah, we just had that one intense one.
Yeah.
And
which
then
was the handcuffs, and then there was like little things, but not like the past movies.
Yeah.
I love the whole ending
love
with
the ending.
The kid, and it was their life together, and they were happy. I loved it.
Because they lived happily ever after, and I'm gonna miss this series so much.
We want to know what you guys thought of the movie. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the movie down in the comments below. I'm so excited to hear what you guys thought about it and what were your favorite scenes. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's talk about it.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews.
You can also follow us on Twitter, Snapchat, and Stardust. We are at City of the Feels.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye!